Hello guys, what is up? Halo 5 Informer here with you all again. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Now let's get started, shall we? What we are going to talk about in this video is bosses. Should they be in Halo 5? What difference would they make based on past Halo games? And before we get started, if you guys just watched my new intro, which I hope you did, you probably noticed that awesome music. That's actually kind of a... It's kind of a modification of Arrival from the Halo 4 soundtrack, which was made for me by my great friend Agadimon, I believe it's pronounced that way. He's very, very awesome. He makes tons of awesome music on all different kinds of movies and games. So I'll be sure to put his channel in the description below. Plus, I'll probably add him onto my featured channels. So be sure to check him out, guys. He does a lot of awesome work. Now, again, let's get back to what we're doing today. Bosses. Now, when it comes to Halo, we've seen somewhat bosses. For example, we've seen, like, hunters, like how they have packs of 2 hunters. And I sort of see those as bosses. And then we have brute chieftains. Now, those are sort of bosses, too. Because, you know, they're way more powerful than the other ones. Plus, you have to fight them while you're fighting other enemies, usually. So, in Halo 1, or Combat Evolved, they weren't really a problem. At least hunters weren't. And then, basically in Halo 2 is where it got really challenging with, like, tons of challenging enemies. For example, the brutes were really, really challenging. The hunters weren't too bad, but the brutes, for sure, were really hard to fight. Now, Halo 3, we saw the chieftains. The chieftains I see as, like, small bosses, because they are tricky to kill, but you can kill them if you do really try your best. Now, in the next Halo game, I think it'd be really cool to see more bosses, because we didn't really see that many in Halo 4, or none in Halo 4. Well, they did have the very, very powerful knights, and they had groups of them. I guess you could see that as a boss, if it's one of the best, you know, one of the best, classes of, you know, yeah, of knights. But in the next Halo game, I think it'd be really cool if they actually gave us some insane bosses to fight, you know, that weren't really in those other missions, that were exclusive to those missions. For example, I think it would have been really cool if you actually got to fight the Didact at the end just a bit, and then, to a certain extent, when you actually got to a certain amount of his damage down, that's when that cutscene happened. But instead, you really didn't do anything. All you did was plant the grenade in his chest, which really wasn't too much of fighting. But honestly, guys, I think it'd be really cool if you could do that, because really, you get to see the interest in you know, just fighting more enemies. For example, the Didact would probably be really powerful, so he could kill you pretty easily. It'd be a pain in Legendary, which is basically what it should be on Legendary. It should be a pain, but if you have 4 people with you, I mean 3 people because you are the 4th player, then I think it wouldn't be too bad. But I do think it'd be a cool addition, because honestly, bosses are a really, really exciting thing in Halo games, and I would love to see bosses. I would love to see brutes come back too, because, you know, if they brought chieftains in, oh my gosh, it'd be a lot of fun. Because honestly, I do see them as small little bosses, because you do have to fight pretty hard against them. Especially on Legendary, they're a pain. Because I think every difficulty, the damage on an enemy gets harder or larger, I should say. So it becomes harder to kill them based on that. So be sure to tell me in the comments what you guys think about bosses, if you guys think they should be in the next Halo game based on past Halo games, and what you think would be a cool boss, you know, like a new different kind of knight, or, you know, the Didact if he returns fighting the Didact, any of these, because honestly I do think it'd be very, very cool. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Tyler from Halo 5 Informer, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.